My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadirthan, and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War Dark Crusade. We will now press into the lands of Chaos. We are going to take the Assyria Forest, first from the Necrons actually, and then we shall attack this region, the Rian Jungle, which is currently held by Chaos. That'll entirely cut Chaos off, which is annoying, because it means that when we then come to take the Janus Savannah and the Hyperion Peaks, Chaos will retaliate and attack us back, which is a little disappointing. But first of all, we must end the turn. Who the hell is attacking me here? The bloody Necrons. The jammy bastards. I want to see how good the auto-resolve is, so I am actually going to use this as an opportunity to auto-resolve, because their strength is 8 and our strength is 7. And, we won. And how much did our defences go down by is also the question. Oh, we don't have to fight the Necrons anymore. Chaos just kicked them out. Oh, it didn't go down at all. That is interesting. Right, well, they've only got a defence of 4, so hopefully there should only be one army that we have to fight, which would make it obviously a doddle, even though we are playing on hard. The AI is just not that great. What is the archive for the Assyria Forest? The Assyria Forests are home to several prominent universities and research facilities. Behind the idyllic walls of these institutions, intense and some would say heretical study of alien life takes place. Temperate weather and plentiful rainfall feed the massive forest. Until the corruption of Deimos, the sea of trees was broken only by small rivers and a few small chains of mountains. Now horrors from the Materium haunt the South's twisted woods. So forest is what we can expect. The enemy has a single large base, but they have got their general, but he's no match for us at this stage. They won't have a very good honor guard. Fortunately, the AI is restricted in terms of their honor guard as much as I am, and they would need to control many provinces to have a large guard. And because they don't, they simply won't. And that helps us out, obviously, immensely. It helps you out mostly because it means you don't have to waste resources at the start on training conscripts to head out and capture places.
Initiating construction. A challenge worthy of my skill.
It will be my honor.
It will be my honor. You shoot people.
A true servant never yields to doubt.
I am on it.
Get construction. Oh, brilliant. We start in the middle of the map. I was hoping we would start in the worst position on this map. That was really my aim.
We did it, sir. If such is the Emperor's will, how long till we're released?
Now, they've only got the one base.
We're ready to go, sir.
So,
Secured. Right now, time to rise to the occasion.
I'm thinking we can just rush the buggers. Rushing the AI works so wonderfully, and I probably shouldn't really, because it doesn't really make for an interesting video, but it just beats the AI so easy. Now that's interesting that their units are running past us that early in the game. Where's our... We haven't got our recon scanner up just yet, but... They're barrack... What? Well, we have no choice but to rush them. They're literally outside our base. Move into positions, guardsmen. Stand against this heresy with all your might. The Emperor protects. Speaking of the Emperor protecting, it's a Steam sale at the moment, and I bought 2 more Warhammer 40,000 games, Inquisitor and Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. And both games are thoroughly enjoyable to me. I played Grim Dawn, which Inquisitor is incredibly similar to, of course. Obviously, they're both ARPGs, but they share a really similar, I think, sort of setting and tone. And I much prefer Inquisitor, I have to say. I found Grim Dawn to be a little dull, if I'm honest, by the end. But one thing that stands out to me in both games, Battlefleet and Inquisitor, is the voice acting can be so hit and miss. And I just don't understand it. Coming from this game, where I think the voice acting is on point for every single unit and faction. I don't think there's a single aspect of this game where the voice acting falls flat. And particularly, of course, with things like the Psyker. But in Inquisitor specifically, the Inquisitor himself is fantastic, but the captain of his ship is so horrific. Every time she talks, You are taken out of the game, and you can't help but feel they just grabbed someone walking by on the street and said, could you come and just speak some lines for us? She has absolutely no emotion whatsoever, and doesn't put any emphasis on the sayings, like, the Emperor protects. You don't just whimsically say the Emperor protects, you have to really mean it. And she just doesn't. She sounds like she just does not care about what is happening, and she's literally just reading from a sheet, as if she's in an assembly hall trying to talk to a load of kids about something. It's just, it's awful. And to that extent, and some may disagree with this, because I assume, I've not played Battlefleet Gothic Armada 1, and I assume Admiral Spire is the player character, or the main character, from the first game. But I can't help but feel that as the main character of the second game, he lets the game down substantially with his voice acting. And again, he just doesn't really seem or sound like he's bothered about being there. And the reason I link all this to the Emperor Protects is because that is the saying. In the Warhammer universe, you sign off almost everything with the Emperor Protects. If you're about to go on a mission, the Emperor Protects. If you're about to give your life, of course, the Emperor Protects. If you've just spotted Chaos Demons, you'd whisper to yourself, the Emperor Protects. They say it all the time. And as I say, you don't just say it. It's not just something you just pass off. You have to really mean it. And in both of those cases, whenever they've used that phrase with Admiral Spire and Captain Van Winter, they just don't sound like they're there at all. And so that's made it a little harder to play the games, because you don't feel like they really are selling it to me, you know? Sorry, I said I was going to rush them, but then I've spoken about another game, and now here I am doing nothing. I needed a bit more money, and I'm also consciously now very aware that buildings we build, to a certain extent, will remain when we leave. So it's useful to spend a little bit more time just expanding and getting a few of these buildings built up. But at least we know exactly where the enemy is. It's the turrets, though, unfortunately. My infantry will die to those turrets. But if we get these guys up on that hill there, they will do some cracking damage for us. We just need to bring down that turret, but I don't think we're in range, actually. Alright, bring down the barracks for now, then. We are heading up to the second tier, so we can get some tanks in there and take out those turrets. More power will be needed to fuel our mechanized divisions.
Initiating construction.
Smashing. Right, next target. No, don't. You know you can. This is the other thing that gets me as well. I think the autocannon's range must be added by the mod, possibly, or just even the game developers never really thought about it. But it's almost as if its range is too big for the unit to really understand how far its range is.
What are your orders? If such is the Emperor's will, we're ready to go, sir.
Ah, here he comes again. And down he goes instantly. Right, Casagrins, get me a priest out here, please. And we'll take down the turret the old-fashioned way. Priests make little strike attacks so easy by giving you a brief period of invulnerability. And it works just long enough on things like a turret to bring it down. And we need the Casagrins because they've got the plasma guns. We'll take our Lord and Saviour as well, although he's not really, is he? Alexander's not really done anything. But, I don't know where their fortress modern... Oh, there it is. Desecrated stronghold, sorry. How dare I? We'll take a guard unit as well, might as well. And chuck a commissar or something on the others. Oh, we haven't got infantry commands.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
We lost because you were all weak.
My devotion is assured.
Your devotion is not in question, priest. Lead our armies to glory this day. Kill those stupid heretics.
Sir, yes, sir. Let me preach his name. What would you have me do? Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, of course, this is Dark Crusade. You can't right-click on sergeants for some bizarre reason. Alright, send him in first to distract them and take their fire. Give him a priest as well. And then move the Casagrin squad in. Oh, hang on. My priests are not giving me... Oh, do we have to be a higher tier to get fanaticism? I think we may have to be a higher tier to get fanaticism, so that's unfortunate.
Shall I get started? Let me inspire our men.
That's right, they'll give us time. Get the vehicles out now then. Oh god, I don't have enough money.
Initiating construction.
Let me inspire our men.
Oh, the autocannon has a long range, but goodness gracious is it slow and awful. We'll do it with mortars if we need. I don't really care for the general, to be honest. I don't think he's very useful. I would much prefer a standard general like this fellow, who I can attach to a squad.
What would you have me do?
Ah, right, there we are. Now we can pad you out with more plasma guns. Give you more armor.
You have chosen wisely.
I wonder if that is just the reason. If we do just need to be up to the next tier to get the priest's fanaticism. I probably won't bother trying to get my own colour scheme into the game, by the way. My month off of work is now up. I'm recording this on the final day of my month, and indeed the final day of June. So I'm back to just having weekends free, so I'm relatively busy in the weeks, on normal weeks. And I might do, I may be, but I'm not sure. Yes, there we are, fanaticism. With that in mind, guardsmen, we charge to glory. Engage, fire. Engage, bring that one down. There we are, brief moment of invulnerability. Brings down the heavy bolter turrets. There's another one, there's another one. Yes! They've got a listening point. Bring in the mortars. Oh well, our regimental bodyguard are absolutely massacring. I'm not sure I needed to bother with the fanaticism. Ah, now they're bringing out cultists. Stand your ground, guardsmen. Bayonets to the fore. Cut them down. Take away some of this ability they've got, and also just get everyone a little bit further out so that our mortars don't fire on ourselves. I know the guardsmen play by numbers and just throw troops at it, but that's just not what I'm gonna do. Every life matters. And now we are just in the motion of preparing for future versions, because I think we're about to win. We've got those 3 buildings to take down, I think. Oh, you guys are getting shot up. Pull out. The Casagrins are going to do the real damage. Rain hell upon that stronghold. Ignore the plasma generators. Come on. You guys are stuck, aren't you? Oh no, maybe. Yes! Let's upgrade these. I don't think we need to bother with vehicles, to be honest. You appear to not be shooting the stronghold again. I don't want you to shoot the plasma generators because they explode when they die. Come on. You're the one with the priest. Get out of there. It's a shame you can only get 2 priests, though. That's what really holds you back. Turn all guns on that dreadnought. Stop it from reaching the mortar line. Faster. We need a psyker. Where is a psyker? They've got 3 dreadnoughts. I think the mortar line might go down. Your sacrifice will not be in vain, guardsmen. Oh no, they're bypassing the mortars. They're just... I don't know what they're on. Casagrins ready for war. Get every vehicle ready though. I think that'll carry on into the next version. More. Oh, we have money. Yes, we are. The dreadnoughts don't know what's going on. They've lost control of themselves. Alright, that machine pit I think might be the last, unless they've run away somewhere, but... Bring it down. Mortar fire from behind. It's a glorious symphony of violence and destruction. Nope, they ran away. Cowards. Bring that down. Bring the mortar line up. We're gonna have proper sentinels when we take the next region. We get an actual sentinel rather than a scout sentinel. Now, scout sentinels are good in the early game, but the sentinels do a little bit more damage. There they are. Wisely. Now we turn the pincer on the men. Further into the depths. Steel yourselves against the vile abominations you are to face. The listening post goes down first. Chaos Dreadnought, turn guns. Casagrins, bait it. Kite it by the guardsmen. Don't let it engage you in melee. It gets an invulnerable period of time when it does its animations. Get that man out of there. There we are. It's very frustrating. If it picks up a guardsman, it then does a lengthy animation of killing that guardsman in which it takes no damage. Now, I appreciate it's only killing one person at that time, but it's tying up your forces. They're shooting something that's not even dying, and it's very annoying. And you can kill them much quicker if you just get someone to kite it. Just keep running away. Now, the war gear armories don't build troops. Ah, the machine. Of course, that's where the dreadnoughts come from. The plasma gun's ripping that thing down. Your sergeant has given his life in the line. See that it was not in vain. Turn all attention on the machine pit. Autocannon fire. I'm not bothered about that. The mortars I'm not bothered about either. These three are the only ones that need to survive, because if they die we have to buy them back. Move closer so that your plasma fire can get purchase. It just looks so good, doesn't it? Such an old game. Oh dear. I'm sure, though, I'd say we were talking about one of the frequent players of Dawn of War, and arguably well, not arguably, the best player of the game in our Discord, Chris, 7LN. Stupid name, but there we are. And, I jest, of course. I'd never understand the 7LN bit. But anyway, he was saying this game should definitely get a remaster, and with Dawn of War 3 being such an absolute and objective failure, then maybe they will do that. That's what every company's currently getting a hard-on for at the moment, aren't they? Let's be honest. EA's about to redo all of the Command & Conquer games. And Microsoft, of course, are very famously at the moment redoing the Age of Empires games. 1, 2, and 3 are all being remastered. And, oh, I thought I got the Stormbolter last time. And then onto the Plasma Pistol. I must have not achieved War Gear. And so it's about time that Relic returned to this, and Soulstorm, ideally, to be honest, and just do a remaster one game with every faction in it, rather than remastering all three and slowly drip-feeding you the factions. But we chased Chaos back to their stronghold, and now we push into the Rian jungle. Dense tropical rainforest extends throughout the drainage basin of the mighty Rhea River. The river features few outright cities, but many trading posts, often fortified against the feral orcs and Kroot who inhabit the deep jungles. Extremely dense jungles line the... Oh, there's an extra S there that doesn't need to be there. Extremely dense jungle lines... No, indeed, sorry, forgive me. Lines the snaking river Rian, although past attempts to develop agriculture have left some clearings in the foliage. The shade of the canopy can lead to cool patches, but the climate is generally hot and wet with frequent storms in the autumn and winter. So it's not a nice place to fight. The enemy has 2 bases. Right. We're going to actually have to do something this time. It's not enough to just give our guardsmen plasma and send them into the enemy base. We are to be attacked on 2 fronts. Also, I need to get into the habit of saving more, because, of course, in the last episode it crashed, and I lost an hour and a half's worth of progress. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to save it right now, in fact. Guard battle. There we are, and then at least that saves our progress from the last one.
On standby.
Alright, let's get out there, get capturing.
It is my duty to serve.
This is going to be chasing the enemy down, because this is an 8-player map.
Objective. Standing ready.
Standing ready.
Obedience without hesitation.
I am honored.
There we are. We won't bother with the minor power plants. We're going to take a big one.
I am honored that you require my skill.
Also, given that no matter how quickly we rush one of the enemies, the other one will have time to build up. So we will build some defenses. Oh, something of note that I found very interesting in Inquisitor Martyr. The game asks you to create, first of all, a profile name, but this profile name is then separate entirely to your character's name. So it asked me for my character's name, and invariably, in these kind of games, I always call my character Tyrannus, named after Terra, the name for the planet Earth, of course. And then I give some sort of random surname, and if I can't go with Tyrannus, I go with Precious, of course, because I really like Presidius. And interestingly, I called my character Tyrannus Volt, V-U-L-T. And the game told me that I couldn't have this name because it included a restricted word. And I was like, what? I was like, surely they're not excluding Volt because of Deus Volt, God wills it, that I suppose has some rather poor historical overtones and may not be as suitable in today's modern times. I did think that was a bit snowflake-ish, but I thought, alright, go on then, I'll kick off Volt and I'll just call him Tyrannus. So I called him Tyrannus, and again it said, you have included a restricted key word, and I was like, no, hang on now. There is nothing wrong with the word Tyrannus, and then I realised that it has the word anus in it, and so the game did not let me have it. And I thought it was ridiculous. It made me laugh, of course, but then when I really thought about it, I was like, that is just moronic.
Initiating construction.
But there we are. So do note, if you do play Inquisitor and you buy the game, you can't include profanities in your character's name.
Take it at all costs.
Right, so this is one way into our base. This is another way into our base, and then that's it, actually. We get that entire top corner for free. And they can use jump troops, but the AI does not think of sneak attacks like that. And they don't really use jump troops.
I am on it. Initiating construction.
Oh, it is in fact the Warp Storm. Shredding through our line there, but not actually doing anything because it doesn't affect buildings, so we're right.
My devotion is assured.
Right, they're getting ready.
Let me inspire our men.
Oh, we're out of money, bugger. Bugger.
Let me inspire our men. My devotion is assured.
We'll be so low on
Reporting
funds.
for duty, sir.
Upgrade these turrets.
Reporting for duty, sir. Reporting for duty, sir.
Will only take me a moment.
Right.
My devotion is assured.
You're as upgraded as you're going to be. Let's find this enemy and drop in on them. Oh, well, they're not round there.
Accounted for, sir.
I thought they would be round there.
Sir.
Oh, well, we'll drop in anyway.
Acknowledged. Orders ignored.
Valkyrie command. Kasakrin assault squad to the front lines.
Where's our fire?
Oh, hold up.
Accounted
Apologies for that.
sir.
Cat is getting cleverer every day and is learning how to open the door now. And as much as I would happily have a cat in the background, she's not a quiet type.
Is assured.
And so the recording would just be inundated with her meowing non-bloody stop.
So shall it be done. An easy matter for one of my skills.
The enemy seeks to taunt us with long range. And if it's range that they seek, then we will give it them.
We're under fire. Reporting for duty, sir.
How are they not over there if they're coming in that hard from that direction?
How long till we'll leave?
Regimentals. Basilisk command on station. Ah, we lost a load of guards. The AI's ability to know where your troops are without having any sight range on your troops is infuriating. Even the basilisks are taking damage. Oh no, and they've massacred our Catherine. We lost priest.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
No.
Lift! Right, sir, yes, sir.
Ugh. There we go, get a rhythm. Get a rhythm.
Yes, sir.
No, that's the steam controls.
We must present the castle, sir. By the Emperor, you will have it.
I think we're going to lose all the Casacrins, I'm not going to lie to
By
you.
the Emperor, you will have it. Is assured. We're ready to go, sir. We'll see you the object chosen wisely. What would you have me do? I will survive. Is assured.
Where's our
As
builder
you
units?
wish, so shall it
Get
be
them all.
done.
You called, sir.
Get in there.
Let me inspire our men.
Ah, we lost the unit.
To battle. You have chosen wisely. Long if I wish to serve under you, sir.
What the hell is going on here?
Will only take me.
They are going to die. The Casacrins are gone. The Casacrins are gone. And we lost 2 of those in whatever that stupid lightning strike thing they did was.
Sir. You called, sir. Shall I get
Clicking is
started?
proving a challenge at this
You
moment.
called, sir. You called,
Now we've
sir.
just got enough time to get you all upgraded
Shall I get started? You called,
before they
sir.
fire that thing off again.
Yes, sir. Only a fool would stay.
Yes, you're dead. I'm going to have to buy you back.
You called, sir. I shall see you. I get started, sir.
I am on it.
Right.
Look out! Here they come!
Initiating construction.
Oh, for God's sake, how often can they call in this stupid storm?
We're on foot. You
No,
called,
no,
sir.
no, don't go that
Called,
way.
sir. Shall I get started?
And when they go in buildings, it cancels their construction queues.
You called, sir.
Oh,
Eager
dear.
for action, sir. It is my duty to serve.
Oh dear, look, we're under a right storm over there. How have they not got a base here? Drop Earthshakers on it. Loading. Warp storm comes, but don't let it stop you. Yes. Right, we have no choice now. One of these needs to die or we're in real trouble. And I think they're coming from there. We're going in.
Will only take me a moment. Will only take me a moment.
It's newly added things in really random locations. It's almost impossible to find them. There's a demon prince coming, everyone. If you could all turn and fire on that, that'd be really smashing. Give it everything. Ah, the prince is dead. Alright. Send the guards ahead of you. Disrupt their base. Guardsmen, you will not have any support from the vehicle line. This is all on you. Focus fire and you'll bring things down.
You called, sir.
Team 2, that might have distracted them. Yes, it has. Push down that line.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Yes. Ah, we lost the basilisk.
That was close. Shall I get started? Don't fire until I say so.
Pull in lines. Pull in lines. You guys hit the turrets
Shall I get started? Eager for action.
as you can. Bring that down.
You caught some.
Base dropping. Such fun. Such fun. Oh, come on now. Cease with this moronic pathfinding. Just move to your left. You, stop moving. You were going the right way. Oh, it's like children are controlling these tanks.
Eager for action, sir.
Guardsmen, take what they have claimed. I don't think we really actually need the Bane Blades. We're going to need our tanks healed though. Tech Priests, you're going to the front lines. Get the Bane Blade further forward. The Shadow Sword shouldn't really be on the front line. It's got an insane range with that cannon. Oh dear, this is going to be like an hour long again. And this time almost entirely because of my turtle nature. Oh, what do I care? Keep firing on them. We'll gut them as they run towards us.
Eager for action, sir. Shall I get started? There's too many of them. Eager for action, sir. Time for payback.
That's one enemy, I think, quite soundly taken out. He only lost 4 guards, which is quite interesting.
Eager for action, sir.
Now we get to the joy of going through and recommissioning them all again.
You called, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Shall I get started?
Nah, there's no one attacking you anymore. Come on.
Eager for action, sir.
Alright,
Called, sir.
Team 2, push back out onto that relic.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
If only we could heal our tech priests by repairing them.
Shoot, you cowards.
The Shadow Sword will save the day. Power of attack.
Team 3, can you actually get out, do you think? You might be able to.
Eager for action.
Team 1,
Shall I get started? Falling men, it's time for
on that listening post taken down.
Get started. Eager for action, sir.
Got another tank? Yes. Vanquisher cannons. Target the machine pit.
Where's our fire support?
Alright.
Shall I get started? You called, sir. Shall I get started? Attack, men.
They're not defeated. It's just disappointing. There might be something here, maybe? No. Computer 2. Who are we attacking at the moment? Computer 1. Ah, Computer 1, they're down there around that corner, aren't they? And no, Team 3 could not get out.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
Alright, Cascarin squads. Ah, take the regimental bodyguard with you, yes. This time, with my full attention, you'll be able to take down whatever you come across.
Thanks for the ride. What are your orders?
Get those guardsmen back. Right, Team 2, you press. And we should take this. We're in the last throes of this war.
Look out! Here they come!
I want to drop on that one because there's a turret there. We can take that down quickly.
Acknowledged. It's smooth.
Computer 1, there the cowards have run to. Bring that turret down first. And And that... Oh, actually, hang on. Do take that, because that might beat them all together. No. Yes! Ah, smashing. That was all it needed. Ah, don't bother about that. I'm not bothered about it. Take that one and just call it a day on that one. Right, Team 2. And you are moving on the final enemy. Oh, the tech priests heal over time. Smashing. All fire on the listening post. Oh, defilers. Or did we just run into a mine? I think we might have just run into a mine. Our line of destruction moves. Team 1 is heading back. They'll be in the turrets. They'll be ready to drop any time. You see, this is why I drop. If people are wondering so much. Note the long and pathetic line they've adopted to run back to our base. But imagine trying to run into an enemy base with a line like that. Especially with the tanks trying to get around each other as well. It's a recipe for disaster. I bring down the heavy bolter. It's doing a number on us on our tank. Send in the Lehmans. Well, I mean, we have done. Team 2. Support our tank line. Ah, Team 1 are in. Perfect.
Eager for action.
You're all ready. In you go.
New called, sir.
And that's it. That's everyone.
Thanks for the ride.
Well done, guys. Did you get to the tank in time? Did it heal? No! We lost the tank. That's alright. We're ready. Just shoot whatever you like. You're all disposable a little now. Vulcan cannon overdrive. Target the listening post. Now, unless they've run away, which they almost certainly have done, let's send the tanks out to go and check. Oh, perfect. We're learning to glide now in order to circumvent the poor pathfinding. This is brilliant news. Don't worry about the things that are shooting you. Just bring down that machine pit and it might end all of this. Their link to their orbital command will be severed. And the fleet will arrive shortly thereafter to kick them back to the peninsula. Yes! Yes! Sentinel earned. Perfect. And being almost bang on an hour in length, which was not intended in this unfortunate side effect, we have taken 2 more provinces, and we now have increased manpower when we start the game. And actually thereafter, you'll note at the end there we had 44 available for our men. Normally you only have 40, so it just is a direct add-on that you get. So that's good. We've now also got a Sentinel to begin our armies with. And we can train those for our... Can we? No, we need loads of requisition. We don't have it. But we shall take down... Ah, we're fighting against a different enemy next episode at least, finally. And I think we'll give the Chaos Command Center another go once we've got forward bases. If I'm honest, I think that's all we really need. We'll need a bit more money, of course. But or maybe we'll give the Orc Stronghold a go. That might be a bit easier. But in any event, we'll take the Savannah and we'll take the Hyperion Peaks next time. But for now, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navarre na den per mad melonin. And farewell.